Not alive. A little doubtful.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
We hope this isn't too glitchy. We are sitting at our favorite place in Boulder by this park, and our service says we have 3 bars, so hopefully...
Seems like every time we do a live stream, it takes 2 takes.
To get it right. We're just getting used to that.
I hope this one works out.
But the 11 of you that were just here, please come back.
Yeah, come back, guys. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
Yep.
Thanks for coming back, 2 of you.
You're going to have to find another way.
Yeah, we're in our favorite spot right now.
Hello from the Netherlands. Hello.
It is by...
Hi, Sky.
Actually, I'm curious. Have either of you ever heard of Avery Brewery or Avery Beer?
Avery Brewing Company.
I want to know how far the reach is of this brewery, because it's where we're parked right now.
Let's go for a little.
It's one of our favorite spots in Boulder. There's like 2 little lakes right there, and the brewery's right there, and there's a park right here that the cats can hang out at, and there's an outhouse, and
it's perfect.
We have decent service. It's awesome. We love it here.
Hey, Danny, and how do you pronounce that? How would you pronounce that? I'm assuming it's Acacia.
Acacia?
I think. Let us know how you pronounce that. Hi, Janice. Hello from Connecticut. She wants to jam with you in Connecticut, baby, when we're out there.
Let's do it, Janice.
So we figured we would just do Acacia. Okay, wait, that's so much better than what I said. Acacia. Perfect. That's because that's how you pronounce it.
She gets it all the time. Really, don't feel bad.
Hello from Maine. Awesome. That's amazing. Thank you for being here.
Want to tell them about how we kind of got to this spot?
Yeah, so we'll just tell you a little bit about the spot, and then towards the end of the live stream, just so that, first of all, if anyone's having any problems with glitchiness, let us know below. We should be good. But at the end of this live stream, we'll take you around this spot that we're at. We just don't want to mess up our signal. But it's really beautiful. It's kind of on like the outskirts of Boulder, and it doesn't have any no overnight parking signs, and it's not like a kids park. It's just like a walking path for dogs.
It's like a bike path and stuff, actually. Yeah,
bike path. So it's a really beautiful spot. Hey guys. Hello from Missouri. Hi, Daniel.
This spot was one that we stayed in when we first started bus life, when we both lived in Boulder.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of come full circle, and it feels very nostalgic.
It does.
It's very reminiscent of the beginning of bus life for us. So it carries a lot of really good kind of buttery feelings. And also, this spot taught us a lot, because we were trying to park on the side of the street. We were trying to park outside of people's houses. We were trying to park in parking lots for grocery stores and even Walmarts and stuff. I learned very quickly, well, not very quickly, we're stubbornly learned actually, that industrial places that have no residential place, no one around there, usually on like a dead end road, are the best places to park.
Definitely. So. Yeah, we haven't had any problems for the past week and a half that we've been in Boulder with parking, so that's been great. Hello,
Morning,
Captain Case. Hello, Chef. Hopefully our parents are going to be coming today to Avery to see us with your package. So we're very excited for that. I need to double check with my mom that they're actually doing that, because I really want that. How are your knees, Zainab? They're pretty good. We were trying to film we did film a Q&A video last night, but we were trying to get up, and because of exporting and different... Anyway,
we've been having the worst technical difficulties over the past 2 days. And even with this video, we've been just having such a hard time with our computers and everything. And now it's supposed to be cloudy for the next 5 days. So our solar's
not the best
on the struggle bus. Yeah.
But we talked about my knees in that last video. They're doing much better. Can you see? No, you can't. Yeah, they're doing much better. I rode my bike yesterday, so that's amazing. Hello, Michael. Hello, Josie.
We got to say a quick
Glad
thanks.
You're here too.
To Roll With It for putting us in their 93 news. That's awesome. And we were #1. That was so amazing. That just made our week.
It did.
So cool.
It was so nice. Yeah. We got about 100 subscribers come over from their channel right after they featured us in that, which is just making us realize how important collaborations are.
Yeah.
Yes, I can link that video. In the Q&A that we're still trying to upload, I was going to link that in it because we talked about it. So hopefully that'll be up tomorrow.
We thought they did such a good job with... Sorry, babe, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you can go ahead.
I was going to say, we just thought they did such a good job of capturing what Living Seal was about. We didn't send them anything. They just went on YouTube and got all that awesome footage and kind of just figured out what we were about. And that's great. I love that they really nailed it. So that was really cool.
And we're probably going to be, hopefully going to be meeting them when they come to Boulder. Not too long. We talked about getting together with them. So hopefully we'll be able to do that and make a joint video. Good morning. Glad your knees are better. Thank you. Starting the floors of my bus. That's awesome. Excuse me. That's awesome. That's so cool.
The floors were the most gratifying.
For sure.
Definitely. Because you just stand back and it brings it all together.
Mm-hmm. It totally makes you feel like a home.
I love the pictures of our bus, though, when we had just plywood floors.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have pictures that were just the plywood and then the floors in the same kind of pose and position. And it looks so drastically different. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
I was just going to say, I want to tell you guys something we've been working on because we're hoping to release this video tonight, if all goes well with technology, finishing our last rounds of edits. But our West Coast Wandering series that we did when we left Colorado, traveled everywhere. Yeah. And got back to Colorado for the wedding. Chad has been working on for the past week. Come here, Tina. No, don't. She wants to come over the computer screen. Come down here, baby girl.
We have a cat issue right now.
Come here.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I've been editing 350 minutes worth of footage, 25 videos, and compiling a 60-minute kind of documentary of West Coast Wandering and
bus life documentary.
Bus life documentary. It's been my brainchild for the past few weeks, and I'm really excited about it. I'm going to release it tonight.
You've done a really good job.
When we release it, it's like an hour long, so it's not like a normal video. So make sure you have some time set aside. We figured Sunday night would be a good night because most people are at home and have time to just kind of hang out.
And we'll tell you guys, because the 17 of you are here are like family to us. The reason that we're doing it, first of all, just to chronicle our journeys for our own sake. And another thing is YouTube's algorithm, a big thing that they take in mind is watch time. So how long somebody watches a video from start to finish helps them determine how much they're going to push your channel. So our watch time on average is about 6 minutes right now. So we're hoping that this hour and it's actually, funnily enough, it's an hour and 11 minutes long. And we're hoping that if people watch that whole video, it'll boost our watch time up. So don't watch it until you have some time.
We promise. It's really good. I mean, it's all of our, it starts with, when we left Boulder to go to Utah and start this huge West Coast Wandering, and it goes all the way until our wedding. So I don't know. I think it's really touching. It's really cute. And if none of you guys even watch it, it's still an awesome documentary for our kids to see. Is kind of how I see it.
Yeah, exactly. It's really, really cute. And it's great if you didn't get to see all the West Coast Wandering videos. Good morning from Virginia.
That's where I was born and raised. Leesburg. Well, Frederick, Maryland, a little bit too. Hagerstown.
Chef, yes, we know all about Eamon and Beck. We definitely watch their videos for sure. I just saw that they uploaded a new one. I'm sure I'll watch that today or tomorrow.
They're one of the only van life. I guess I shouldn't say that, but they're one of the only van life channels that I really enjoy watching.
Well, you can say that because you don't watch that many vlogs. I watch a lot of vlogs. I watch a lot of what's going on in the bus life, van life community, and then kind of I always relay it to you, but you don't normally watch them for yourself, which is fine. You're watching other stuff. Michael, our bus has railings on the floor, Peggy. Seats fastened to. Oh, okay, interesting. That's not about us.
Yeah.
That is smart.
Poconos, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Dawn's beauty for all. So the screen's so small.
I know.
Poconos. I want to take Zaina to the Poconos around September, October. My parents live in Greencastle, Pennsylvania, which is just outside of Chambersburg and about an hour from Harrisburg. And we're going to stay in their backyard and do a bunch of little trips. So the Poconos are not that far.
That's so crazy. Chambersburg, Harrisburg, Pittsburgh.
I know. What's with the Bergs, guys?
Yeah. I want to
What's
Wikipedia,
with the Bergs out
Google
east?
Search that. Hi, Heather. William, good morning from Wichita, Kansas. Cool. They live in their RV. Sweet. Where are you guys right now? Dawn's beauty.
Every time I hear Wichita, Kansas, I think of the movie Twister, because that's such one of my favorite movies as a kid. And so every time I hear Wichita, I just think of massive tornadoes. I don't know if you have massive tornadoes, but the movie Twister just put that in my mind always.
Coopersburg,
Pennsylvania.
So what's the deal with the Bergs, guys? What is that? I mean, I know it's more than just Pennsylvania, but it seems to be a little excessive there.
It's a little later for you guys, so it's 11. We promised people we'd start at 10. We started early today, I guess.
Did we? Why?
I think we did because people were like, later's better. But it seems like the East Coast is enjoying our 11:20.
I'm in a Ville. Okay, just mixing it up. No, it's different.
I grew up in Winchester, so that's not a burg or a Ville.
Peggy said, I'm living in my RV, but not traveling, working full time to make money to build my school bus I just bought. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Cool.
Seeing more and more people do bus life, and it kind of always frustrates us. And you can see the frustration if you watch Nomadic Movement with how much van life is way more popular than bus life.
Yeah.
And we started a long time ago to tag van life in our videos, and we both just decided it was just disingenuous. And we're gonna just stick with bus life, even if it's not super big right now. We're gonna stick with bus life because it's what we want to represent. So hearing that there's more and more people doing it just kind of gives us faith and encourages us. We made the right choice. Just with sticking with bus life rather than trying to hop on the van life bandwagon.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're not in a van, we're in a bus.
Evil buffer circle, go away.
Oh, sorry guys. Yeah, we're
Do you mind?
up our hot spot. Our cat's trying to jump out the window.
Yeah. All of our neighbors have a class B. They have to unhook daily to go out. Wait, Eamon and Beck want to do YouTuber meetups. That's what they said in their latest video. Oh, cool. That's good to know.
That'd be great.
Yeah, we'll have to message them or something because that's what we did with Roll With It. We actually had a subscriber message me on Instagram saying, like, here's Roll With It's email for their 93 News. Send them an email and see if they'll feature you. So I was like, okay, great. Sent them an email, and then they featured us on the very next video. So we're all about just like shooting an email to someone, seeing if they're down to hang out, do a little meetup. And
we're thinking about giving them a cutting board and buying some of their tea.
Yeah, exactly.
Them that way too.
We've been drinking for the past several mornings because we ran out of our other tea. So we'd love to be drinking chai walla.
Shower.
Yeah, I know. We both need to shower. We just spent night 2 in our bus, and we love it so much already, even with not finished. Cool. That's awesome.
That's so awesome. Those first nights are what we're kind of being nostalgic over right now from a year ago.
Everything's like brand new, not totally finished. Like all of your stuff isn't in here, so doesn't feel like a kind of.
There's a new bus. You're still living in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
As I like to put it back then, like it feels like so surreal. But as time goes on, it becomes your home, and it becomes,
everything.
Just something so much more to you.
That's so cool though. I wish I was past where I am with my build so I could do the same. I mean, just soak in all of the moments, because I think something we realized when we were doing our bus conversion is we had to like rush along a lot of the stages. And I wish we wouldn't have, I wish we would have had more time to like really do the finishing details to every bit.
That's why we came back and did we wanted to do a wall like this initially, and we wanted to do nice accents and really nice trim and stuff.
Yeah.
But we just didn't have time. That was what it came down to.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Houston?
Did you see Peggy's comment? That's where they were on Instagram last night. I just watched the Van Life Gathering on Roll With It. It was amazing just to watch.
Oh, we didn't get to see that.
That is where remember that girl in the morning I was talking about?
We saw it on their Instagram.
Yeah. That's so cool. So cool.
That's very cool.
I didn't know that was happening. I don't know. We're not in the inner circle. We couldn't have gone anyway, but.
No, we were actually too busy editing. Yesterday we were editing on both computers. I was editing West Coast Wandering on the Mac, and she was editing up the vlog we released. Did we release a vlog yesterday?
Vlogster in the Q&A video.
Mm-hmm.
Howdy Houston in the house. Hey Jerry, thanks for being here with us. Cool. Bus life rocks. I'm sure the forgotten buses love the new life. I'm sure. Yeah, it's all about enjoying the journey. That's so true.
Exactly.
Really. I mean, building a home out of a school bus is like still one of the most exciting and rewarding things I've ever done in my entire life.
Yeah, I mean, we can say within a year we got married, quit our jobs, started a business, and built our first house.
It's been a good year.
It's been a good year.
It's been very fun. Howdy neighbor, Michael, Jerry, living pretty close to each other. How hot is it there, guys? It's much cooler here this week, which is kind of a compromise because we're not going to have full sunshine.
Thursday.
But it's only going to be like in the low 70s as compared to the mid 90s, which was like so hot.
So it's going to be a compromise. We'll probably go to Avery, sharing a beer and plugging our laptops in.
For like 3 hours. Yeah. Sandra. Yeah, we were just talking about that. You might have just come in. We were literally just talking about the fact that Roll With It did that. So cool. Seriously, so cool.
Yeah. For those of you who weren't here earlier, we're going to be dropping West Coast Wandering tonight. There's only 15 here earlier, which is going to be an hour-long documentary about all 25 of the videos I put together into an hour-long documentary.
So if you have time to watch that whole long movie toniite,
it's going to be an hour and 11 minutes.
Yeah, I know. Our cats really do want to be in the video. They're a little wild.
Normally it's the fluffy one. Normally it's Tabby, who
like
is
switched
the
bodies
camera hog.
recently.
Lately, yeah.
Now Keena's all crazy.
Yep.
Yay, thanks for being here, Grammy Debbie. Out of all the van people, you're most real. Keep it up.
Thanks.
Hey, thanks. That's sweet.
Is anyone else out there? I mean, when we started this, we thought boondocking and we thought, parking on the side of the street and just not paying for parking was really going to be the way to go. And it has been. We haven't paid for parking one time, other than the tickets.
Just one ticket.
Just one ticket. But I don't know. I'm curious how many other people are out there doing that, parking on the side of the street, just making it work, finding the best areas to go park in. And for those of you who weren't here earlier, also, I was trying to kind of talk about how we found this industrial spot next to a brewery in Boulder, and it's like, I don't know, you just make mistakes, and people have commented about us seeing the cops more than any other channel and having more problems parking, and the reason for that is because we've had to stay in one town for quite a while.
Yeah.
And you just figure out how to make it work in like industrial areas, dead end roads, and areas away from residential stuff.
Once you really town, it's not too hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be in the 90s. I know Sky is in Tennessee. I'm not sure where you're at, Chris, but damn, that's hot. It's literally like 72 degrees right now.
Yeah.
So grateful, but we're getting like no solar, so compromises.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Sandra just got here. Thanks for joining. Jinxie said, Chad, can you tell us about the big solar plans you have now if you think you have time?
I can talk about it real quick because that's an issue for us right now.
Yeah, we're just talking about it this morning.
More solar panels. We only have 400 watts on the roof.
Yeah.
And right now it's cloudy, and it's been cloudy for a few days, so we're only getting 30 watts, and that's not enough. That's just not enough
for anything.
But if I had like 800 watts, I'd be getting 60 watts, which would be enough to charge a laptop at least. So we really want to get more power on the roof, and the battery bank isn't the issue. It's just charging the battery bank up and using all the stuff during the day. Real quick, I want to talk about solar a little more, but let me just visiting 42. What's up? Pennsylvania. When we get back on the road, we're headed east and solar. So the battery bank isn't really the issue. The battery bank's only for at nighttime. So what you want to consider when you're using your solar is how many watts you're going to be using during the day, and try to use your big electronic microwave, your swamp cooler, which is like your AC for a bus conversion, because you just can't get enough.
We don't
solar
have a microwave,
AC.
but
right. But I know Jinxie's getting a microwave.
Oh yeah.
We were talking about the other day.
Oh yeah.
And the other electronics, I know you have kids that are going to be on the bus that are going to want to use their electronics. You have to encourage that during the day. For the heavy wattage usage stuff, unless you have that massive 8 battery bank that you were.
Or just try to charge everything during the day before nighttime, so that you.
Exactly. We never have an issue at nighttime. Our fridge uses 65 watts and it maintains. We always can keep our LED lights on. We just don't use anything crazy at nighttime.
Yeah, exactly. Last night I just listened to a podcast on my phone and then went to bed because we didn't have any. We were actually going to watch a movie, but then we didn't have enough solar to do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're heading to the East Coast. We actually just talked about it. Chad has done this before, but just shy of finishing it. What is it? The biking path? The what canal?
Oh, the C&O Canal.
C&O Canal. So we want to, when we go to the East Coast, take a couple days and bike that whole thing, because that would be so fun. And I don't know what else we're going to do on the East Coast. I think it'd be really cool to start, Tabby.
That's going crazy.
I think it'd be really cool to start in Maine and kind of work our way down and sort of follow the trees. And then after that, I think we've talked about this. We're planning on going to Hawaii, and we've talked about this before, haven't we?
Yeah, I bet another live chat. Sorry, I'm still thinking about Jinxie Solar because she's asking other questions about it too. But it's kind of about what you need, and I would always recommend getting more solar panels than you'll ever need, and going with just fine on the battery bank. And basically, if you have like $2,000 to spend, I would spend $1,500 on the $1,200 on the panels, and $800 on the battery bank.
Yeah. If you come here this way, you're still welcome to stop by. Cool. Yeah, we'll definitely keep that in mind. I imagine we'll be driving through Tennessee. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, everyone. Yeah, please. There's 30 of you in here. If you just want to hit that like button, YouTube likes to know that you like us.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Cool. People are living near each other. Are you using the phone internet, a Wi-Fi hotspot, or phone, laptop, USB connection?
T-Mobile Wi-Fi hotspot. Or not Wi-Fi hotspot.
That's a good idea, though. I can plug this into the laptop.
It's a good idea.
This Mac has been giving us some trouble, so we're really praying for dear life that this doesn't crash on us. It's just editing this movie that he's been editing for the past week has been just kind of
draining. I've had to use both laptops. It's been taxing on the computers. This MacBook has started making weird noises. Even
it was like gargling
and it sounds like circuits doing things. I don't know. I don't know enough about the internals. Yeah, 1,000 watts, Michael. I would love to have 1,000 watts on the roof. And when we do the large bus conversion, a kilowatt's gonna be my minimum. Kilowatts, 1,000 watts. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah. Okay, good luck. Free parking works in commercial and industrial areas. If you're ever in Houston, a meetup would be cool. Yeah, awesome. Totally.
Pick you up on that, Jerry.
Yeah, when we drive out to the East Coast, we'll try to get an idea of where the majority of you guys live and maybe try to like a little bit plan our route around that.
And with the electronics, Captain Case, it'll depend on how much the kids are glued to their electronics. That's right, but a lot of modern electronics use battery. So what we try to consider with that is charge it during the day. Yeah. Charge up your stuff when you're getting that solar energy and enough solar energy to charge your batteries plus something else. You can pour that into all of your battery-powered electrical devices. And then the cat's trying to get outside, sorry. And then have them all at nighttime. And that's what we do. We actually have the Ryobi batteries, and we charge up all these batteries during the day so that we have fans at night.
Oh, you're so nice, Michael. Can I I like your comment.
Just get a dozen accounts and log out and log back in. It's cool.
Thanks for all the likes, guys. Me and the wife are moving back to New York the end of June. Cool. That's awesome. So from PA to New York.
That's not that far.
No.
That's a nice from the country to this. Well, I guess depends on what part of New York you're moving to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, where in New York are you planning on going to?
My parents have a lake house that they rent out in Alcott, New York, which is very rural.
So when will we be in Maine? So our goal to be in Maine is like September.
We want to start and follow the leaves down as the weather changes from Maine all the way down to Florida, really, to visit her father by the end.
Well, we might fly to Florida.
I might fly to Florida.
Because I don't know if I want to.
We don't know if we want to.
From my experience living in Florida,
we don't want to drive the bus and try to do that
without. A little unsavory where the parts he lives in.
Oh, okay.
So
just
I wouldn't live in a bus in Florida like I do here. Let's just say that. If you're in Ohio, it's surprisingly interesting. It's not just a drive-through state. Same with Kentucky. Check out Red River Gorge. Cool. Yeah, we're excited too. We've both driven cross country to the East Coast of Pennsylvania and Connecticut before in our life. So we've kind of been through these states, driven through, but we haven't, been in our home where we can really stop somewhere for a couple of nights. And if we were really loving a place, soak it up.
Exactly.
Okay. Good luck, guys. I'll be an hour from PA. Cool.
Awesome. Apparently, we're going to meet up with a lot of people in Pennsylvania.
Michael Peel said, "Does the bus have a name?" I saw your post in one of the school bus conversion communities that we're both in. It doesn't have a name. We talked about this last week. If we were to call it something, we call it
Thomas.
Bus or Thomas.
Because we found this plate. It's a Thomas International diesel, but it has this plate that says Thomas on it. We thought that was cute.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That's
awesome.
So kind of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lilo, I hope I said that right. Lilo?
I said Lilo.
Flannery?
She said Lilo. So
Lilo,
we have all our bases covered.
Thank you. So we probably just call it Thomas, which I know is not that original. Hey, Zana, just curious, what is a tattoo under your collarbone and what's it mean? So this is the first tattoo I ever got. I was kind of going through a phase when I was 18.
Tattoo.
Yeah, it's my least. I only have 4, and I got all of them within a year because I was just pierce my nose, pierce my lip, get tattoos. I was just in a phase. So anyway, this one is my brother's initials, and then it just says kind of basically the best translation is family in Arabic, because my dad is from Lebanon, was born and raised there, and didn't come to the U.S. until he was 22. And yeah.
So there you go. Family.
Yeah, family. And this one's just cool. Yeah, I know not everyone likes tattoos. That's okay.
Benjamin Pike. Hey guys, I see on my phone that you were live, so I told my family for Father's Day, just leave me alone to watch Living Soul.
Oh my gosh! Happy Father's Day to all the fathers.
Bus.
What do you do with donations from these live chats? Do they go into your Hawaii Fund or Living Fund? They go to our Living Fund. Yes.
So all of our donations and all the money that we make off of selling merchandise, all that goes into our Living Fund.
Yeah.
And all of the money that we make off of Google AdSense. And
so that's the ads that are on our YouTube videos?
Just from watching our videos. So basically, impersonal stuff goes to our Hawaii Fund, and personal donations go to our gas tank, our bellies.
Yeah. So the Hawaii Fund is, it's YouTube, and then it's Amazon Associates, and that's it. And then Patreon money, donations, and products that we sell on livingzilla.com, all we have to live on that.
Survive on.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Oh my gosh, can we tell them about the grapes? Baby, can you get the grapes?
Oh, the cotton candy
You
grapes?
get the grapes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to read some of these.
You guys.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. Babe.
Uh-huh.
But you just did.
Yoshi.
Yeah, thank you.
Yoshi. Is that Yoshi?
Yeah.
What? Get out of here, man. You are
Thank
awesome.
You so
Thank
much.
you so much, Brian. That's amazing.
That is
I wish I could give you one of these cotton candy grapes. But do yourself a favor. We're going to make it worth it with this information. If you've never had cotton candy grapes, they're in season right now. Go get them.
We'll just tell you, I know this sounds so silly, but cotton candy grapes, this is what they look like. Okay? This is organic, but they don't have to be organic. This is just all they had. They are kind of expensive. They're always really expensive grapes.
Worth it. If you can't afford it, just steal them.
Yeah, right.
Steal grapes, guys.
But, well, you can pick one out.
Do that. You know, everyone does that. Move at the grocery store and I always look around like.
Yeah, right. But yeah, these are kind of expensive. They're like $4.99 a pound, but they literally taste like cotton candy. And we were thinking, like, are we even gonna be able to buy these grapes because it's such a splurge? But they're amazing.
Really deserve them. And Brian, thank you. We're gonna go get more. And do yourself a favor and go get some.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm really excited. I just got a little high off of that donation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And also the cotton candy grapes.
Yeah, that just took it to the next level.
They taste like cotton
candy. That's amazing. That's awesome.
Okay.
Let's just switch accounts. Do you have another account, Ben? Do you have another name that you have another alias that we don't know you by?
The first one was Ben Pike, I think. Now he's on Life in a Bus.
Ben Pike.
I named my ride Caller Tommy for short. That's right, Tomboy? Rig Tomboy. Is that what it is? Tommy for short. I like that. I love your shoulder tattoo. Thank you so much, Paris. That's so nice. We had someone last live stream tell me how disgusting all my tattoos are, and when was I getting them removed?
It was a backhanded, very passive aggressive backhanded insult.
It's like you're so pretty.
It was like you're so pretty. No girl makes herself prettier by tattooing all over her skin. When are you gonna remove those? I was just like delete.
Hello, Bill. Nomadic Bike. Tomboy. Okay, that's cute. Champ, honestly, I don't care if you use those donations for steak dinners. You work for content for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It's interesting.
PBS, guys. If you don't remember PBS, that's what YouTube now is the new public broadcasting service. You know, like at the beginning of every show. The show is brought to you by donations, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm. So
and viewers like you. So if you like what you see, you donate. I don't know why so many people find that to be such a incomprehensible thing.
But then you have people, like Brian, who supports us, or D Silva, who continually supports us and gets it, that we're trying to trying to bring valuable content. We're both trying to talk over each other.
Because what I want to say is we're the kind of people that can't afford to support people financially, but just from watching your videos, you're helping us get to Hawaii.
Yeah.
So obviously we appreciate every single one of you. And we have people like Brian, for those of you who can't afford to ever help support us, to help, push us over the edge to make sure that we will be eating for the next week. So thank you for just watching our videos, guys.
Yes, thank you.
I never want to undermine that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you have to get these grapes. That sounds so good. I love grapes. Yeah, you guys. We just discovered them. I discovered them like 2 years ago. Showed them to Chad last year.
To be honest with you, tell them the night you showed them to me. Well, not too much about that.
Well, first of all, real quick. Yeah, cotton candy grapes. They are only in grocery stores, and they're in regular grocery stores for like 3, maybe 4 weeks of the whole year. And they're grown in Mexico, of course, like everything delicious in the world. And anyway, so I brought them to this party that Chad and I were at, Kitty over there. And that's the night that we got together. And it's all been history since then. Yeah, well, we started dating the next day.
But it was all fueled by cotton candy grapes.
Yeah, exactly. It all started with me being like, let me show you something.
Cotton candy
and he was
grapes.
like, who's this woman?
Right. And there were blackberries in there. It was a bowl of cotton candy grapes and blackberries.
He knew I was the one after that.
Immediately. And she's like, oh, I have a bus conversion too. I'm working on. So
we were already friends. We had already known each other for a long time. Our bus is a transit bus, not a schoolie, which has made it a little different when trying to convert. It's funny how the buses differ from bus. It's so true. Buses differ so much in the interior layout. Like our bus doesn't have any wheel wells in it, so it's just like totally flat surface. But I feel like most buses have wheel wells that you can
Got really lucky with this bus.
You have to get really creative with how to build on top of it. I'm
Same
pretty
time,
sure
the wheels
life in
are
a bus,
this big. Like little piano casters.
I know.
So I feel like it's gonna roll over. Or something.
I know these wheels are surprisingly small. Going to work right now, Chelsea? Bye. We'll see you later.
Have a good day at work.
Peggy, if I could, I would send you guys money. I would love to watch TV on the weekends and have them for over a year. Oh, no worries. No worries. To us, it's like we're not asking people to give us money. It's more just like whatever is on your heart, do. And at the very least, being in this live chat and watching our videos is like huge.
That's awesome.
Seriously.
Thank you.
So, yeah, thank you so much, Peggy.
We never want to be e-beggars of any sort.
No, never.
We just appreciate all of you guys.
Yes.
Really. And there's even a video that was recorded during West Coast Wandering, and there was a clip. It was one of the ones in San Francisco. There was a clip where Zaina didn't realize the camera was recording, and I left it in the video because she's sitting on the bed talking about how basically comments from you guys and the things we read every day is what gets us through it. That's way more priceless than
views
than any of it. Views and subscribers and all that.
Whatever else.
Yeah, just connecting with you guys is really the most amazing part to us. Yeah.
Okay. That's really rude. I know. People are not kind. Thanks, Josie. You're so sweet. You guys are so encouraging. It's insane. Yeah, that's exactly right. I think you're down. It just squished. Yeah.
Hi, Gabby.
Teach their own. Yeah. Hi, Gabby. Yeah, seriously, it's just one of those things where it's like, you don't need to comment on other people's bodies, for the love of God. Have you seen the guy with the step van that has the front area look like a cable TV installers? The back is where he lived. Park on street, no problem. Yeah, I think that's the key. Like, vans are so much easier to street park because the bus people
geek
are
squad
like
on the side and stuff.
Thanks, All American Grandpa. If we had the money, we would give you guys some. Oh, no worries.
You want to know something cool, guys?
Thank you for being here.
Something really cool that I realized last week was my 1-year anniversary of not working for anybody else, of starting Living Zeal and not smoking. So I feel you on the not having money, but living your life to the fullest. And that's exactly what we're doing. So you never have to explain yourself.
No, seriously. We love to just connect with you guys. And I'm not just saying that. Like, that's the most rewarding part of this. Baby, we can't talk over each other.
I'm sorry, I know.
Very well. Wonder if they have those in Texas grocery store. I bet they do. We got ours at King Supers, but they also have them at Sprouts. Ever had a grapple, apple, and grape? I sure haven't. That sounds delicious.
I guess ape was the other.
The bus's name is Cotton Candy Machine. Nailed it.
The Cotton Candy Machine?
Nailed it.
I like it.
Cheers, LZ. Keep up the great work. We're working on our converted van. Hope to meet you one day. Absolutely. Absolutely. We will definitely hit you up when we are in the main area for sure. Thank you so much for being here, Chelsea. No worries.
Hate building over the wheel wells.
I'm sure that's tricky.
I had to do that in my step van conversion.
Yeah.
And it's like, you have to do that. You have to do that with the with the initial planning. And it's just like it's such a hard thing to work around. I hate wheel wells. They suck. Hashtag wheel wells suck. Where's Go Adventuring? Speaking of hashtags.
Your attitudes just make me smile so much. Thank you for the awesome, pure-hearted entertainment. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the awesome, pure-hearted comment.
Really. Honestly, you're so kind, and the fact that you support so many channels is amazing. Brian Yoshi Harada.
Yoshi. I see a few of you guys on other channels and really love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing. We love like the community.
Bike. You're all over the place.
Seriously.
I know you watch a lot of different channels. It's really cool. Same with Ben, obviously, Life in a Bus.
A lot on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I have a bus myself. It is the 911 missing links bus. Took it on a nationwide tour. That's awesome. Oh, Ben said, congrats on not smoking, dude.
Thanks, man. September last year. Yeah, mine was June last year.
Yeah.
Congrats to you too. It's such a, I smoked for 15 years, and it's one of those things that you realize it lowers your view on yourself, because you're like, how am I ever going to overcome this? This is destroying me. And you think that you're such a strong person until you get addicted to smoking. And
Cigarettes,
it's like, oh my gosh, yeah, it's one of those things that really gets a hold of you. And I quit when Zane and I started dating, really, just because I finally thought I'd found something to live for, honestly.
Mm-hmm. You're so sweet.
I've done that to you a bazillion times.
I know, but you're so sweet. HD John K. Hello, better late than never. True that. Well, I have to go. Hope to meet you someday. Have a great day. Just visiting 42. Ben and Stacy, saw y'all on Roll With It, 93 News. We just talked about that. We've had a couple of you mention it. So cool.
Oh, yeah, found you via Roll With It.
Well, perfect.
Awesome,
welcome to our new family here.
Yeah, welcome.
Sky, my fiance, has struggled with quitting, so yes, for sure, that's great that you quit. I've never smoked cigarettes, but I have heard from everyone in my life, and a lot of really important people to me smoke, and they still are struggling with it. So the fact that you just quit still, like, boggles my mind.
Every person who's been smoking for more than like 5 years is on an ongoing pursuit to quit. At least everyone who knows the detriment, like, is always trying to quit, and it usually takes one thing, whether it be like your child being born or something. For me, like meeting the love of my life, it takes to push you over the edge, and then you can never imagine picking up a cigarette, because that would be betraying that thing, betraying your child if that's what you quit, or betraying you in that instance. So it's overcoming the willpower is really tough, but I think you have to have that.
You're such a grand human.
Well, you are. That's why I do that.
Awesome, Michael. That's so amazing. Really. Life in a Bus. Yeah, I'm sure you got Life in a Bus on there too. I think they were in the second
And Stacy,
spot.
Congratulations. They quit in 2006.
Cool. I smoked for 32 years. Man, I didn't really...
Smoking,
this story could really resonate with people, babe.
It really could, and it's hard to... But a lot of people know that they're trying to quit. Oh my gosh,
everyone, like, literally the past 4 comments, like, everyone talking about the fact that they have quit smoking,
and
or they're struggling with smoking.
Exactly, Ben. Exactly. Life in a Bus. Quit smoking roughly 14 years. Or I smoked for 14 years and quit for the kids, cold turkey.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. That's what I'm saying. You look at your kid and you look at your cigarette. It's just like, no way.
Yeah.
There's no competition, I'm sure.
Yeah. Paris, I smoked for 10 years, just quit for the first time 4 days ago and haven't smoked since. Paris, that's the reason you're here. Did you know that it's like been ordained in some weird way that you're here listening to this and that we're all talking about this right now? Keep crushing it. Today's day 5, day 4, whatever it is, we're sending love your way.
You can make it.
You're awesome. You can totally do it.
You're stronger than that. That's what you realize out of all of it is, wow, I'm way stronger than that. And then you get done with it and you never want a cigarette again.
Dell talked about that book, Easy Way to Quit Smoking. My brother read that book and it helped him. I think he stopped for like several years and then like picked it up because of stresses and stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's what gets you.
A good book.
You always come up with an excuse after you quit. You always, if something bad happens in your life, the next bad thing that happens, you have to say, I'm not going to smoke a cigarette when that happens, because it's so easy to say, I'm stressed all of a sudden, and just start smoking again because you're stressed. But like getting through that first hump is what kind of gets you the rest of the way.
And I feel like it's good to find another thing that you really do like to do. When you're getting that same feeling, have like another go-to that you can do instead of smoking. Surviving Live will be coming through Colorado on our way back to Oklahoma first week of July. Definitely either email us on livingzocontact@gmail.com or message us on YouTube, message us on Instagram. We'll be in Boulder, Colorado the first week of July.
Gabby swears by chewing ice to avert cravings. That's a great idea.
Cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So try chewing some ice if it comes up. Some kind of oral fixation. That's probably good.
Dawn's Beauty, congrats for quitting. July 8th will be 20 years. That's amazing.
You saved yourself, right?
Yeah. Seriously, Paris, you're awesome. Thinking, I can handle just smoking a couple and you're back to smoking. Yeah, exactly. I think that's what's happened to my brother so many times is he's always been like, I've beat it now. I haven't smoked in 2 months, 3 months, whatever. I can just have one. And then the next thing you know is it's like such a slippery slope. It
is. It always starts with usually a social thing. And then it ends up being like all the cool people I used to look up to in the restaurant industry quit smoking long before I did. And it's like now it's not even a cool social thing like it used to be back in the day. Now it's just like, ew, you smoke?
Yeah. Okay. Brian Yoshihara has a really great piece of some words, so I'm going to read them. He smoked for 18 years. It was the hardest thing I've ever quit, but my advice is to just trust yourself and know that you are worth quitting.
Exactly.
That's such good advice, for real.
It'll kill you. It's like guaranteed it will kill you.
Yeah. I mean, we think about that like when we eat healthy, pretty much the number one reason we try to like eat greens and eat bananas and grapes and whatever is literally because we love life so much and we're trying to like stay on this planet as long as possible until...
If we get hit by a bus, we get hit by a bus, but that's not up to us.
Yeah, exactly. That's totally out of our control. But we're just, we tried, both of my parents have been unhealthy. Chad lost his father and his mom is pretty healthy, but struggles with like some joint things. So we've just seen that in our parents and we just want to preserve our health as much as possible. And I'm sure all of you guys can relate to that, especially when you're living in a bus or an RV or van, like you're finally living your dream all of a sudden you take so much better care of yourself because you're like, I'm holding on to this life for dear life.
So we got Captain Case eating grapes now. That's awesome.
Heck yeah. Have we ever thought about visiting Upper Michigan? Definitely.
Oh yeah. What is it called? Hold on. The
Electric Forest.
Canoe. No. I've been to Electric Forest in Michigan, yes. But in Upper Michigan, maybe it's not Michigan. You know what I'm thinking? I think I'm thinking about. There's like this canoe water area. It's these amazing islands on this lake.
The Great Lakes?
No, it's not very well known.
I thought you were making a joke. Are you making a joke?
No, I'm not making a joke. There's actually this place called like the Canoe Water River. Oh, shoot, I'll have to look it up. I really want to go there. I was told someone who lives in Michigan about it.
Okay. I'm glad you're eating grapes because they're delicious. The way I quit smoking so easy, besides just doing it for my kids, is I just picked up my guitar, ukulele, kendama, or disc and played them. Using hobbies that you're passionate about works great.
Exactly. It really does. That's another thing when you move on to your conversion. Don't sacrifice your hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
Minimalism isn't about that at all. And in fact, those are the things that give you value.
Yeah, exactly.
We have a whole bin full of discs. We have my guitars hanging on the wall.
Those are all
big
things
piano set up. We were thinking about tucking the guitars away in their cases and only bringing them out when I want to play. But having them out and visible makes me want to play a lot more. It inspires me a lot more. Having the piano set up always inspires me. So when you set your bus conversion up, put all your favorite things right there because this is your life, you know?
Exactly. Fueled by green, munching on strawberries. Are strawberries as inexpensive where you're living as they are in Colorado? Because the huge strawberry containers are $2.50 right now.
$2.50 for massive. It's unbelievable.
It's insane.
So Ben went to Electric Forest. I went in 2010 and 2011. It was awesome. It was a really great time. I wanted to take the bus to Electric Forest, but I'm kind of over that phase in my life, the like heavy EDM phase and like heavy drug phase. Now it's kind of like I would rather go to maybe a jam band, just something chill.
Some squabby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Some string cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I have an acoustic guitar. I need to put my new strings on it. Do it up.
Do it up.
And you can
put some electrics
get
on
weird
there.
with it. Keeping my drums, bamboo, flutes, and guitars for sure. Yeah, I feel like if you move on to a conversion, like you will want your instruments there with you for sure. $2.50 for 2 pounds here. I don't know how many pounds that is. Maybe that is 2 pounds. But it's massive, and I can't, I don't know if they're just having a strawberry surplus.
2 pounds, yeah. Crazy.
It's insane.
So this one.
It's insane. Do you know that in California, one of the biggest strawberry producers, they pick strawberries unripe and ripen them in chambers with gas, which is why most organic strawberries don't have flavor.
All my fruit to be gas ripened.
Yeah, right? These taste, they're not organic. We would love to eat all organic food, which is a big reason why we want to go to Hawaii because of all the freshly grown organic produce there. But we can't afford to eat organic right now, usually.
No.
So we try to do real quick, we try to do like the Dirty Dozen, the Clean 15. I know berries are part of the Dirty Dozen, if you know what that is. I'm assuming you do, since you know about this stuff.
We try to, we couldn't justify ever buying something frivolously because we look at it like,
except for these grapes
money that you guys have donated to us or from something we've sold.
We're trying to make it last. Like every $5, $50, $10 donation that we get or purchase of one of our ebooks that we get, like we're really holding on to that and making it last way more than we ever have in any other phase of our life.
We'll tell you a quick story about a grocery store that we went to 2 weeks ago. It's Aldi? No, not Aldi. It was like Esch's. It's one of those like
discount
grocery stores. Because we went to one that had organic stuff when we were on our West Coast wandering trip and blown away. So we hoped this would be the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
We got some produce there, and we got a few other things that we had to really pick through. And
at Esch's,
and got home and couldn't use any of it. We couldn't use, but we really, really tried to save money to the point where we were getting produce that was already turned.
Well, it wasn't really turned. It was more like the yogurt and stuff. Like, so discount stores, if you guys have never been to them, I just you've been to them. Maybe you have. I don't know. But they give you like stuff that's already been expired. So they sell it to you, and then it's like 2 or 3, 4 days, whatever, expired. So we were getting some non-dairy yogurts because they were like 50 cents each, and normally we pay like $1 to $1.50 each. And you don't want to get expired yogurt. That's all I'll say there.
You just don't want to get expired yogurt.
I don't even know why they sell it, really.
Really, they shouldn't. They shouldn't be FDA allowed.
No,
Sell,
I mean, it doesn't have
yogurt.
dairy in it. It's non-dairy yogurt,
sell
but
dairy.
still,
They sell
it's like
dairy
all
too.
coagulated. Yeah.
All right, let's read some comments.
Okay.
Captain Case wants to go to Hawaii so bad. It's so expensive. That's why we're gonna ship our bus over there and just do this there.
Yeah.
I mean, we know we're gonna pay more for groceries, but
yes. I just want to say, because I kind of started talking about this earlier and then we brushed off the topic. So yeah, we realized not too long ago, like a week or two ago, we were looking into it and kind of got some quotes that, yeah, it's not that expensive to ship your bus or your van to Hawaii. So if you have a van or, a small car, it's like $1,000 to ship it to Hawaii from California's coast. And if you have a bus or an RV, it can be between like $2,000 and $3,000 upwards, depending on where you go. But we've gotten estimates as low as like $1,700 to ship our bus to Hawaii, have it be in Hawaii. And then once you're there, you can put it on a ferry in between the islands. So we're thinking about doing that because Hawaii is like our dream. And it's just one of those things where it's almost like it seems unrealistic a little, maybe to our friends and family, which makes us want to do it even more.
Yeah, and we've been saving for it for a long time now.
It's like our dream.
In that account that we were telling you about earlier, that just the YouTube stuff and the Amazon stuff goes to, that's just been accumulating for 6 months now. It's almost the $2,000 just for Hawaii.
Yeah.
So we don't use any of that to live off of.
That's just from since we got back from West Coast Wandering.
That's true. Actually, we used all what we saved before to go on West Coast Wandering. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's been about 2 months. So.
Yeah, and Hawaii has so many pluses. It's beautiful. Like-minded people are there. Amazing fresh fruit. Just amazing produce. Amazing views, hiking, biking, beaches.
I really like what Ben's saying here. Let's get to that comment too. Sorry.
Where is it? I'm over the phase 2. I really have no will to party like that anymore. I would much rather just try to accomplish goals and set up our family for the future so we can be comfortable and chill. It's exactly how we feel.
And that way we can do whatever we want when we want. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And that was one of the early realizations that we had in the bus that was so just releasing was, we come from serving life. I was a bartender and she was a server. She was a bartender and server years before also. Mm-hmm. And so coming from that industry where everyone's like, you're not cool, you don't hang out with the in crowd if you don't go out to the bars, every night and party and stuff. We never like to do that, but we always felt guilty. But when you're in this lifestyle,
you don't want to.
I don't care. I don't care about being in the in crowd. I don't care about if you guys think I'm cool.
And the coolest things are nature. Like they always were, but the coolest things are 100% always happening out in nature. Like we're parked at this beautiful spot right now. It's simply gorgeous. After we get off this live stream, we're just going to go for a walk around the lake.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
We're really excited.
I'm sorry. Where everyone's like, oh yeah, get on the strawberry train. Costa Rica is a nice alternative to Hawaii. Mm-hmm. We were just talking about that the other day. We really were.
We were. I've already lived in Hawaii.
Yeah.
I lived in Maui for a year. So for me, it's like, I wanted to go back with, the love of my life. When I was there before, it was with not people that I enjoyed. So now it was on my bucket list, to be honest with you.
And the thing, it was on my bucket list too. So when we met each other and it was like both this common dream, it was
not just to go there and live there, but just to actually do van life, bus life, and then do minimal or tiny living, and start this whole thing in Hawaii. So.
Do any of you guys, sorry, I should stop eating grapes, but do any of you guys know who Ellen Fisher is? Anyone? Let me know if you know who Ellen Fisher is.
Sure, yeah.
The older I get, the more appealing the tropical place to see in Hawaii has now been added to my bucket list. I even look forward to lizards in the house, which says something. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I kind of do too. And when I lived in Florida, I was like, hell no.
I told you there would be lizards all over the house the other day, and you didn't get squeamish or anything.
No, it's fine.
There was lizards all over our house, geckos and little rainbow-colored lizards. In Mexico,
they're not snakes.
When I lived in Mexico, we let them live in the house. Like they built nests, and we were just sure, yeah, that's cool.
Interestingly,
the whole family's just running all over the place.
I just had a thought about Costa Rica. There's a lot more predators in Costa Rica than there are in Hawaii. So that's kind of a big difference between that. Like Costa Rica is still like, it's gorgeous and probably just as gorgeous as Hawaii. I don't know. I've never been there, but from pictures and videos I've seen, it looks amazing. But there are way more predators in Costa Rica, in South America, and all that jungly area than there are in Hawaii. Just because obviously everything has to be brought there. And there have been a lot of things brought there, but yeah. Wonder if I could get my bus down to my brother's resort in Honduras that cheaply. I bet you could, because it's really not expensive. They have, whole boats that the whole purpose excuse me, the whole purpose is to
Honduras
ship
is
cars.
Central America, so you could
So they
drive
just want to
there.
fill them up.
If you really wanted to, you could drive to Honduras.
Yeah, but that's
It
a
would be
bit
a
of a
terrible
drive. Well, and you're already
but
in
it's
Texas.
possible. Yeah.
A goal of mine is trudging through South America jungles. A lot of modern society would deem that uncool. That's so cool.
That's so
But
cool.
do a
That's the
little
thing.
ayahuasca.
That's what I kind of wanted to say
some shamans
a minute ago about what Ben was talking about. It's like the biggest thing that happens when you move into a bus and get into this lifestyle is the mental shift. It's the kind of like, I don't care what society thinks. I'm going to do my own thing. Go by the beat of your own drum.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, yeah, because that's why we get into some tumultuous situations, because we're going against the grain. But that's also what living alternative means. And that's kind of the beautiful thing about it, is that we get to do something completely different every day and literally go by the beat of our own drum.
Exactly. I was just thinking, like, mainly when I said to the fault of it, mainly just the clothes that we wear in public. Like the outfits we come up with to wear in public. It's fine in Boulder because there are lots of crazier people than us here. But we just basically have no care in the world for our clothes.
So Michael Peel had a 5'3" iguana. I had an iguana, but it got food poisoning. It only lived to be like this long. I had a chameleon too.
Oh, we aren't going to be like
tails, man. Sorry, but iguana's tails. You know what I'm talking about.
Let me just reiterate to the 36 of you and to my lovely husband. We won't be bringing an iguana. We won't be actively seeking out lizards or iguanas for our home. If they come in and out, that's great, but we won't have any pets.
They just crawl. When you live tropical places,
just make sure
you leave things open, like lizards will come into your house and just crawl over your walls. And when I lived in Mexico, we let them come all over, like build nests in the house and use our house as a habitat. So it was a safe place for them to be, and I could eat my birds. Anyway,
we'll walk that line.
There was one, Life in a Bus. There was another one. Oh yeah, I was a bartender. So when we met, I was bartending, and I was a manager as well. And she was serving at that restaurant. It was a craft brewery. So we know them. We know all about watching people get drunk and being like, what is so appealing about that?
Michael Peel. He was much cuter when purchased. 10 inches, I think that is. I'm sure it was. It's hard though sometimes. Or I'm assuming Captain Case's comment is back to the societal sort of feelings about what's uncool or what's cool or whatever. Honestly, I think the thing with moving into a bus is that you're doing something completely alternative. Like all of a sudden, you're not just living a little bit, like dressing a little differently, listening to a little bit of a different music, but like your whole lifestyle is completely different than pretty much everyone you know. And so you kind of become so comfortable with that it gives you this confidence to do that in every other aspect of life. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like I used to care even a year ago when I was working at a restaurant and I had to see people a lot. This is my straw that I had to see people a lot. I cared so much about like how much makeup I had on, what my hair looked like. Like I would never present myself in public to the way I'm presenting myself to you guys today, because I cared so much that people wouldn't like what they would see. And now it's like, I'm just doing my best job at being me. And if you like it, dope. If you don't like it, see you later.
A lot of that also has to do with meeting somebody who completes you and
that's so true
and accepts you no matter who you are.
It gives you confidence. Like
it does. It gives you a whole nother layer of confidence.
Will love me no matter what, so I can just
just let it go.
Let it go.
Ben, that's so cool that you and Gabby were thinking about moving to Hawaii, and we re-sparked that. See how it goes for us. I mean, we're probably not going to be going until the dead of winter.
Ben, if you and Gabby and your 2 kids came to Hawaii, oh my gosh, let's make sure we live on the same island together. Literally.
Yeah.
OMG.
That would be so cool.
Amazing.
We'll build a little bus life community in Hawaii. That would be amazing. You don't even know how excited that just made her. I mean, really. We've been talking about the community of bus life and how excited we are for watching these people who are doing it right now. And so that would be so cool to meet up with you in Hawaii.
Ben and Gabby, if you haven't heard of Ellen Fisher on YouTube, look her up, because her videos might not be the topic you're interested in, but she puts a lot of like beauty in Hawaii in her videos, and it's just like obviously gorgeous. Happy Father's Day, Case. Opening up his first Father's Day gift.
Aw, that's adorable.
That is. The best part of aging for us has been getting to that place where I care less and less about what others think, about how I look or live. It's liberating. It really is.
So liberating. And you can't lie to yourself in that transition. You just have to go through it, and you have to get to that point. You know, you can't just say, I don't really care, because, you know, deep down that kind of stuff piles up on you. But just really don't care.
Like really don't. It's truly in your heart.
Even after moving to the bus, doing a YouTube channel, you have to go through that. I had to go through that same mental shift because there's trolls all over the internet, and you just have to say, I just don't care what these people have to say or think about me, really.
Exactly.
It's just like people who I want to be close to me, like you guys who are on this right now, are the people I'd rather surround myself with.
Exactly. Sky, we want to homestead and be more self-reliant. I don't get why people act like you're crazy for not wanting your whole existence to revolve around your job just for the sake of bills. I think that this system goes deep. I think that so many people now are disconnected from like their origin, which is kind of like that childlike wonder, playing in nature and just enjoying life, enjoying waking up and going to bed. Like, that excitement you used to get as a child when summer started, and like
so zealous.
Yeah, so zealous for life.
Yeah.
So I think people are so used to not feeling that as adults, and it makes them really judgmental because deep down they want that, and when they see other people getting it, it makes them angry at other people, and it makes them take out their anger and judgment.
There's definitely a cultural shift right now and we're in the middle of a big revolution.
We really are.
That's why you guys are all here. We're in the middle of a really big revolution where our parents and our grandparents, the sort of war and Great Depression kind of generation, that was all, you have to go out and get a job to build the economy, to do your part, to add to society. You have to be a stay-at-home mom, and you have to be a working husband. And this whole sort of zeitgeist, the American dream is probably the label for the whole zeitgeist, which is just massive, the American dream. And that sort of is now being picked apart, and people are noticing massive holes in that with the rising
the faults of their parents,
the rising of how much it costs to live, and direct correlation with how much you have to work.
And then the fact that even if you work for all that time until you're 65, you still might not be left with anything.
No.
So then people are like, if I'm not going to be guaranteed anything for dedicating 40 years of working, then what's the point? Why not just enjoy my life now?
Exactly.
And again, we've had close people to us pass away unexpectedly way sooner than they should have. And I don't know.
It's an eye-opener.
Yeah, it's an eye-opener. I don't think they were expecting it, and we certainly weren't.
Yeah.
Josie, my mom taught me to be that way. Don't get the mail without a shower and makeup. Being comfortable with how you are when you wake up is so freeing. So true.
Yeah, that's yeah,
I'm totally right with that. Yeah.
So many stories about when you just don't care and bust life, but I hope you experience it for yourself.
Yeah, you will. Chef, I am who I am, and that's it. Like me or hate me, but I really need to get a bus or RV and get moving because this life I'm living now can put me in the grave. I'm so inactive, it's sickening.
Just some big projects are fun.
Yeah. If there's anything we can do to help you, please let us know, because I don't know what necessarily we could do to help you, but if you get a bus or RV together and you're trying to figure out how to do the conversion, like any way we can assist you in that, we totally will, because we want to see you on the road living your dreams.
Everyone living their dreams.
That's why we're here.
Yep.
If you're ever wondering, why don't they have like bus or van in their title name? Why is it just Living Zeal? It's because it's not about bus life, van life, RV. It's about inspiring people, helping people get to where they want to be in life. That's our desire. We don't have air conditioning, and my grandma acts like we're going to die without it, LOL. And I'm just like, no, I can't tolerate heat better than most. Sky, I can't tolerate heat.
Where are you again?
She's in Tennessee.
Tennessee. It's kind of humid in Tennessee.
I bet it is. I've never been to Tennessee in the summer. I've only been there in the winter, and it was beautiful.
The thing is, if it gets too bad, you can always mitigate it. You can always get a generator and an AC, and then you won't hear the generator because your AC is going to be so loud, but everyone outside will hear your generator.
She just needs a fan on her. If you have a fan on her, you'll be fine. Michael Peel, it is a vicious circle where the clothes you have in the car you drive to job to pay for the clothes and car that you need for the job. It is. If you guys haven't seen the documentary on Netflix called Minimalism, or The Minimalist, whatever it is, it's a really great documentary to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. They inspired us to minimize many times.
Yeah.
And think about what it really means to minimize. It isn't just to get rid of stuff. It's the opposite of that, actually. It's to take the things that you have and really think about them on a level that makes them part of you. And if you need this garbage to identify yourself, then it's probably garbage. Like the things like I was saying earlier, guitars and notebooks and these little things that bring value to our lives. That's what we started really thinking about and appreciating more.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
then it makes it so much easier just to say, oh, I don't need any of this stuff. And it almost just kind of like sweeps out a room that has your favorite things in it. And then when you're done sweeping it out, you're just left with your favorite things. And it's like, oh, that's such a beautiful feeling.
Mm-hmm.
The best metaphor I can come up with.
No, I love that. That's a great metaphor. You're very good with metaphors. I can't afford to retire, but I retired anyway because of it. I may be able to live a little longer. Good on you. Have you gotten me about your tattoo? Oh, I think he asked to see my other tattoos. So I only have 4. So there's this one. Can you see that one?
No. Oh, there's a tree back here. Mm-hmm. There's a tree there.
And the other one, I'll film in a vlog for you. Because I don't want to get weird on a live stream. You know what I'm saying? The other thing I can edit around.
Let's see. How do you keep the cats cool in the heat? Usually just the swamp cooler. The floor stays fairly cool, and they lay directly on the linoleum floor. We also, the top of the fridge, we didn't refinish, and we realized the top of the fridge stays pretty cool too.
So I like to lay on that.
Usually fans and swamp cooler.
Yeah, Tabby likes to be blasted by fans. I bought your book a month or 2 ago when we first bought our bus. It helped me to keep things in perspective and not feel overwhelmed with the sense of direction. So thanks for that.
Awesome. That's really the point of the whole book.
That's amazing.
We realized we could have made a 500-page book with every little detail.
We tried to make it
detailed. But the thing is, every little bus is different. Everyone's conversion's different. So we just try to give people the general information you're going to need to take your own design and think about it step by step. So that's so cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It means the world to us.
We really tried to write it from the perspective of like
Private John.
Me, who had no idea what I was doing when I bought my bus, wasn't with Chad at the time, like literally had no idea how I was going to convert this bus. So tried to write it as a book that I wish I would have had in that time to get me through. So I'm glad that it helped you guys. Yes. Hi, Private John. Oh, I'm sorry. She said she can tolerate heat because she doesn't rely on AC. Yeah, we don't rely on AC either. But then again, I don't live in Tennessee. So maybe you're just like hardcore
if you can open the windows and get some window fans to circulate the air, because it just gets muggy,
Yeah.
It's just like a car. When you leave it out, same thing sort of happens with your bus. So you just want to get air circulating and cover up the windows that the sun's beaming in through.
How much does it take to power the swamp cooler?
200 watts.
A little bit more.
Yeah, about 230. An AC is minimum 1700 watts. So there's no way we could use an air conditioner. A swamp cooler in a dry state is your best bet. Mm-hmm. In a humid state, lots of fans are probably the way to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to keep the air moving.
Hi, Ashley. So nice to see you on here. This is like maybe our longest live stream. Probably go for like another 10
minutes. Yeah,
36
people. Thanks, guys. That's awesome.
It is awesome. I know. I don't want to get off because more people keep getting on.
Yeah.
So glad that was helpful for you, Fueled by Green. I figured by my calculations I would expire before I retired, and I decided I ain't having that. Dying before I can even get to live. Turning 50 might have a little to do with that. Yeah, like a midlife, not even crisis, like midlife wake up of like, what am I doing with my time? Better that happening at 50 than it. I think 100 on your deathbed.
I like that you said that. That's something very astute because I think here's the biggest cultural shift. The midlife crisis used to be, you get to 40, 50 and you say, what do I have to show for it? And now people are getting to 40 and 50 and saying, what have I done with my life to show for it? And that's a huge mental shift between what do I have to show for it, which is the old way of thinking, and that's what we're all getting out of, and then what have I done to show for my life so far? Right. And I think that's just a beautiful shift, of a cultural shift. And that's just so cool. It
is cool.
And I mean, it's not too late. It's midlife. You still have the other half. You got plenty of time. So just make the shift,
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Sean Slater. I'm pretty sure you're new here. You've been commenting a lot on videos, and they've been really sweet comments every time. So thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, fans are important when you're dealing with heat, obviously. Pulling the shades, like you said, when sun's coming through.
See you later, Dutchman. Have a great day.
Bye. Thanks for being here. Question for you guys. Since we've been talking for about an hour and 5 minutes, we can keep answering questions or talking about whatever. Do you guys want to see the place that we're at? You guys are better than a TED Talk. LOL. I seriously get so excited for life and just being in it every time I listen to your videos. Love you both so much. Love you both so much.
Thank you.
Seriously, we're going to meet you someday. I'm not kidding. We're going to meet you. We're going to vibe on each other's energy because you have a great energy about you too. And I felt it when I was writing your postcard. hopefully that'll get to you soon.
You know, it's funny. I hope
Hi from Japan.
Wow,
That's
Japan.
a first time.
Japanese
Hello.
pop. I hope this doesn't come off as egotistical, because I'm sure a lot of you have heard this your whole life, where people tell you that. I guess I really don't know how to word it very well. I kind of lost my train of thought.
This?
Yeah.
You can come back to it.
Yeah, I'll come back to it. But I don't know. I think you should listen to the people in your life who tell you certain things. You know, if you do something well and people say that they love reading your books or doing whatever it is you do, then go for it and keep doing that, because they're onto something. You know, people wouldn't just tell you that to make you feel good, especially complete strangers.
Yeah, seriously. Episode 001. Are you talking about our episode 001? Is that what you mean, Michael?
What is this?
I don't know.
With Zaina in the bus by herself when she just bought the bus. That was before we were together or anything.
If that's what you're talking about, yeah, that was my very first video. We just looked the other day and it's almost at like 5,000 views.
That video,
I never expected.
We're so blown away by the amount of views that we get in general, because when we started Living Zeal, that video was before Living Zeal. That was just a video that Zaina put out for friends and family on Facebook. And
I was planning on starting a YouTube channel, but like it would never have been what Living Zeal has become, because Chad's like the media guy.
It had like 700 views, and we were so excited. We were blown away that we had 700 views on our first video, and then and now we can't believe that it's at 5,000 views.
I know, it's amazing.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. Made you tear up. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, you want to see where we're at?
Let's take a walk around.
Alrighty.
All the way over to the lakes?
Yes. Just want to watch them. Do you guys want to see this little cute McGee? Hey, cutie, you're cute. They're going to really want to come outside, but we have to hurry before we're fighting them at the door. Three. Okay. This is the bus. This is this park behind us where the cats have been loving life. Eaton Park.
This is a cul-de-sac. Let me come on this side, because they know this cuts me out of the frame.
Baby, you're gonna have to find a way to get that.
Where is the frame? Okay.
Right there. So yeah, this
is a cul-de-sac. We'll park that so people are like getting ready to go on hikes and stuff.
Big cul-de-sac. So it's a good place to park. Okay.
But Avery Brewery, your joint is right down the street. Like you can almost see it from here.
Yes, there's a school down there, so we only park here on the weekends because we don't want to freak people out by having a bus parked near a school during school days. To be honest, we had cops come one time while we were parked here, and they were like, "Parents are worried because they don't know who you are."
It was very cool. All the cops have been really cool.
Yeah.
Anytime cops comes,
back there.
People call the cops on us. That's the problem you have parking in a sort of rich, snooty city.
Boulder is we filmed this yesterday in the vlog that'll be coming out in a couple days. But we went to the farmer's market in Boulder because we wanted to get some cheap produce. We heard, farmers markets are usually cheaper than the grocery store for fresh produce. And it was so expensive.
Oh my gosh. $6 for asparagus.
$5 for like a little tiny bunch of spinach. It's crazy. You can get a huge thing of spinach, organic spinach from King Soopers for $5.99.
This way?
And it's way more. It's like 6 times the amount. Well,
two of them.
Really dark.
And there's like hiking paths all around it, biking paths, running paths. It's really, really quiet and nice. And they also have an outhouse right there. And we're probably going to stay here for a couple nights.
Yeah. Today is what? Sunday? Definitely stay here tonight. We'll keep walking a little bit. I'll try to hold it pretty steady.
Hopefully we have cell phone service on this path.
Yeah. Farmers market vary in pricing everywhere in the country that I've been. I've been to very cheap and very expensive. Yeah, I've only been to very cheap farmers markets.
Expensive farmers markets, that doesn't make any sense to me. You just go to the grocery store.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that's great about farmers markets is that you're not using as much plastic because, you can just take your own bags to get produce in. Whereas at the grocery store, we had to buy this like huge plastic container for all that spinach to be in.
It's looking sketchy, the cell phone service.
Still have 3 bars.
It says we have 3 bars.
Is that what you're talking about? What an amazing place to be parked at.
Let's keep the view over here so we can I'll come on this side.
Okay. We'll put it on here in just a minute. We just want to show you guys
One of our favorite spots. If you're ever in Boulder, Colorado, look for Avery Brewery and then just head up to the end of the cul-de-sac and you can park your van or bus there for a little while. People find us.
Yeah, that's okay.
And yeah, you'll get to enjoy some awesome walking paths. Some great beer. If you're into that.
Yeah. Craft beer capital.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
All right. Well.
This is the view.
I think
Any last minute questions or should we hit it? Good looking place. Looks like my backyard with the lake. Yeah, it's really pretty.
Well, no, I think we're probably gonna head off. We've been on here for an hour and 11 minutes.
And my hand's gonna like break.
I'm holding the
laptop. All right, guys. So we'll see you later.
Around.
Oh my gosh, baby!
I know.
It's an hour and 11 minutes.
That's our numbers.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we have to leave before the hour. It goes to an hour and 12.
So good to see you all, Ashley, Michael, Ben.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you so much, Yoshi Harada. Love you guys, and we'll see you later.
See you guys later.